Time now for the morning rush. Officials are tight-lipped this morning about the charges that accused killer Xavier Zamora could face. Zamora is accused of gunning down mailman Jose Hernandez while he was on his mail route along 98th and Tower. The feds announced yesterday they would take over the case because Hernandez was a federal employee.
There are complaints about the West Mesa Memorial Park. The head of a nonprofit Street Safe New Mexico worries the park does not give enough explanation about the victims. We asked the city about this. They say the victims' families requested not to mention how the 11 women and unborn child died or their lives. Kristen.
Our next big weather maker doesn't arrive until early next week, so today we're just dealing with some leftover moisture, some spotty storms out of the mountain areas rolling into eastern New Mexico. Albuquerque, just an isolated storm possible, 10% or less. Tomorrow, some spotty storms out over the northern mountains on Saturday afternoon. Everybody else mostly sunny and warm. David?
Crews in Colorado have been working overnight to clean up a deadly crash on I-70 in Denver. The fiery crash involving 12 cars and 3 semis left multiple people dead and at least 6 taken to local hospitals. Lakewood police say it happened yesterday afternoon when a speeding semi-trailer crashed, setting off a chain reaction.
On to new news for you this morning. Fewer federal inmates will be calling the Sandoval County Jail home, at least for a couple of years. According to the Journal, a county commission voted to reduce the number of detainees as a safety measure during construction. Renovations could take an additional 2 years. No word as to where the inmates will be housed.
Fresh eyes are now on New Mexico's horse racing industry. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham announced new appointments to the commission yesterday. Now, right now, the state is in a legal battle surrounding its 6th and final license for a racetrack and casino. It's now the commission's job deciding who will compete for the license. Well, the man accused of making a bomb threat to Presbyterian Hospital on Central is set to face a judge in 2 weeks. According to a criminal complaint, Albert Martin Gonzalez used a hospital phone back in January to call 911, telling dispatchers there was a bomb in the ER. Police say a family member told them Gonzalez was capable of carrying out a mass shooting.
Albuquerque is named one of the 10 most dangerous big cities in the nation. That's according to SafeWise. The website says Albuquerque has the highest property crime rate with more than 73 per 1,000 people. The study compared trends in wealth distribution, graduation rates, and even ethnic diversity.
This morning, a judge is deciding if the state will have to pay up for legal fees after losing a huge lawsuit. The state lost the Yazzie versus Martinez case. The case accuses the state of not adequately funding public education, especially for at-risk students. The plaintiffs are now asking the judge to order the state to reimburse them for their legal fees. Kristen.
Metro Threat Index at a 3 today. We're still holding on to those breezy conditions brought in by the cold front overnight. Those will continue to relax through this morning. Not a huge issue this afternoon. Watching for an isolated storm possible. 90% of this will be in the mountains, but keep your eye to the sky for that. And do know the temperature is nothing to worry about as we climb back into those low 80s here in the Albuquerque Metro today. Crystal?
This morning, we now know how some voters feel about our state's governor. The firm Morning Consult puts the Democratic governor at the bottom of the list with 41% rating. According to the Journal, Lujan Grisham has the same approval ratings as other newly elected governors, indicating that voters might still be forming their opinion.
The city of Las Cruces is sending $500,000 to help with migrant needs. Now, the decision comes as Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham toured 2 facilities where more than 1,700 asylum seekers are staying currently. The additional funding is coming out of Las Cruces city money.
New Mexico will soon complete renewable energy upgrades at about 30 state buildings in Santa Fe. The state plans to issue roughly $12 million from green bonds in an effort to reduce utility expenses. Yesterday, the bond was approved by the Finance Authority Board.
Mayor Tim Keller is scheduled to announce the city's plans for restoring Albuquerque's urban forest today. Officials say over the last 3 years, the city has just under 3% of its tree canopy. Now, the city says the plans are designed to help create a biologically healthy space.
A camera developed in New Mexico is preparing for its mission to Mars on Monday. The Super Cam developed in Los Alamos will head to California, where it will be attached to the 2020 Mars rover. It departs for the Red Planet next July. Researchers say the camera's innovative technology will allow for new scientific findings.
This morning, an Albuquerque man is trying to find the owners of a box of vintage photos and artifacts. His wife's car was stolen 3 weeks ago. When it was recovered, a box of photos was inside, including letters, notes, and even a marriage license. If you think you know who they belong to, we posted information at alwaysonkrqe.com.
Time now for a look at traffic. We look pretty good on the map right now. Clean and green across the city. We've also got our news tracker Headed east on I-40 near the Big I. Gorgeous sunrise, no problems with the traffic at this hour.
Tonight, New Mexico United taking on the Portland Timbers. The Timbers currently in first place in the Western Division. However, with success at tonight's game, United could snatch that spot right from them. Kickoff set for 7:30 tonight. That's, of course, at Isotopes Park.
Yeah, I definitely want to see them win and say Timber.
We are taking you back 59 years ago on this day, April 26th. We had a tornado out in Hobbs and a funnel cloud reported in Lovington. No damage reported there, however. A farmer was struck by lightning on this day. That was back in 1960, 59 years ago. Time now for a look at those 5 facts.
At number 5 this morning, New Mexico United, they're hitting the field tonight. So soccer fans, listen up. That matchup is happening against the Portland Timbers. Now, the Timbers are currently in first place in the Western Division, but with a win at tonight's game, the United could snatch that spot right out from under them. Kickoff is scheduled for 7:30 p.m. at Isotopes Park.
Number 4 now, Las Cruces City Council giving another $500,000 to help with migrant needs. The decision comes as Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham toured 2 facilities where more than 1,700 asylum seekers are staying. The governor is praising the city for its compassion and commitment. The additional funding is coming out of Las Cruces city money.
At number 3, spotty storms out over the mountains drifting east today. Albuquerque with just an isolated storm. Temperatures warm statewide, 80s here in the Duke City. We continue with those warm temperatures over the weekend. Spot storms in the northern mountains tomorrow. Everybody gets some wind on Sunday. We continue with the winds and better rain chances early next week.
Number 2 now, a park honoring the victims of the West Mesa serial killer is set to have another addition soon. But it's what's missing that's getting a lot of attention this morning. The city says the victims' families requested not to mention how the 11 women and unborn child died or their lives. You will only see their names there, but there is a plaque about the grandfather of the unborn child who pushed for the park and a dedication to the dog who found the first bone. A tribute to the child will be built during phase 2.
At number 1 this morning, the mail carrier murder case is in the hands of the feds this morning. 17-year-old Xavier Zamora is accused of shooting and killing Jose Pepe Hernandez earlier this week. Now, authorities say Hernandez was trying to break up a fight between Zamora and his mother while on his mail route. This is near 98th and Tower. Witnesses say that's when Zamora shot him. Now, yesterday, the state dropped charges so the feds can prosecute the case. The U.S. Attorney's Office is taking over because Hernandez was a federal employee. They are still not saying what charges Zamora is facing because he's a minor.